Pets. What happens to a pet when parties separate or divorce? Or the common question, who gets the dog? Now, pet is often really a member of the family. I've got a dog myself, and they are very loved, and clearly it becomes quite emotional and difficult when parties separate in terms of, well, really what's going to happen to the dog, the cat, the horse, or whatever. From a legal perspective, I'm not saying this is right, but this is the present law. A pet, although a family member and loved by all, I'm sure, is really seen as a chattel, an asset, no different than the dining table or chair or the fridge or the freezer. Now, parties will often agree a division of the items in the family home and who has what bed, or there's a variety of TVs and they'll divide them, but how do you actually divide pets? And there could be here more than one dog, more than one cat, and naturally you won't want to separate the pets either. From my experience, the courts really aren't interested in animals. And when I go to court, a judge will often describe themselves as a blunt instrument. They'll cut through the assets, but not always in the most efficient way. And that is to try and do justice to the case and promote a fair outcome, but you're putting yourselves in the hands of a stranger who doesn't really know you and will be dealing with cases every day of the week. But you, as parties going through a separation, can reach quite a sophisticated agreement. Most cases are actually agreed. I say 80–90% of cases I see are agreed at some point. And if there is a family member, a pet, it's within your power to reach an agreement and to decide really what is best for your pet. Can an argument over a pet cause a delay in the divorce and the discussions about the finances? Well, my knee-jerk reaction to that sort of question is, of course it's not going to cause a delay, but that's putting the courts and the lawyers on some pedestal, which can happen, as in it's all about the law and it's all about the process and what's important to the lawyers and the courts. So on the one hand, it's not going to cause a delay because if we've got a timetable, we simply proceed. But I think in the real world and behind the scenes, of course, any argument or worry, concern or upset about the pet is naturally going to cause a delay, because it might be that we're discussing things about the house or savings or a pension or income, but your judgment is clouded because you are so emotionally tied to your pet that you can't focus on all the other issues. So directly or indirectly, it's going to have an impact. And certainly I've had cases before where clients have been so upset about, I can think of one involving a dog, and the very fact that my client wouldn't be able to see the dog on a regular basis was just so upsetting and traumatizing for him that he really couldn't focus, nor did he want to focus on anything else. So that is something that needs careful and sensitive attention to.